Hey guys, Virtuoso Fall Winter 2017 here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do a one-handed fan. So let's cue the obnoxious cinematic intro. Whoa, man. It's almost like you really want people to subscribe, like, and check out the Card Academy. Man, look at that production quality. I'm sure you don't find that on other magic YouTubers. Only Pig Cake. So today I'm going to show you guys how to do the one-handed fan with a deck of cards. Now, there's a bunch of different fans we could learn. You have the pressured fan, you have the normal fan, you have the one-handed fan, you have the fan who happens to be an Asian fellow that I buy my groceries from at the 7-Eleven near my house. But today the topic is going to be the one-handed fan, So how to fan a deck of cards with one hand. Now my technique is pretty much from Jeff Sheridan. Jeff Sheridan was known for card manipulation in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. He was a street performer in New York. And his fan, I think, is the most beautiful fan because there's a very nice shape to it. It's a very nice design. So that's where I learned my fan from. And I'm going to link below where you guys could find the description to his card manipulation DVD so you guys could check it out yourself. However, for the sake of today, I'm going to show you guys how to fan the deck with one hand. So you too could be the life of the party and know something that other people don't. So this is the one-handed fan. So again, it looks like this. You could do it with the whole deck, and it looks like that. You could do it with both hands and do this very weird sort of S shape, or if you want, you could just hold it in both hands. If you want, you could do two one-handed fans, cross your hands, and go, hey, you want to go home with me tonight? Or drowning in the vajayjay. Yeah, so you could do that, and that might help your chances. So let's talk about a technique first. We're going to hold half the deck in what's known as straddle grip. So straddle grip is your forefinger and your pinky finger straddling around the long edges of the deck. So you notice not only the amazing bokeh in the back of this 18 to 55 millimeter Canon kit lens, but you also notice the position of the finger. So we have the middle finger and the ring finger in the bottom bracing. We have the pinky and the forefinger on the long edges, and this is the grip you want to have. Now, this is not going to be an easy grip to get into initially because your forefinger and your pinky aren't going to have the strength to hold a deck like this. However, once you do it enough, you're going to be able to develop the finger strength necessary to do this, so you stop complaining, bitch. So from this position, you're going to let go with your thumb. Now, all that's going to happen is your thumb is going to contact this lower part of the card. So you notice that you're holding half the deck. Now, of course, these verts are a crush stock, so they are significantly less than what would be a normal deck, but you could still do it nevertheless. So your thumb is going to contact about, I would say, 3/4 of the way from the right edge. So you notice here's the left edge. That's about a fourth. That's about half. About here is where your thumb is going to contact. So about 3/4 the way from the entire length on the bottom edge. Now, all that's going to happen is that your thumb is going to go in a clockwise fashion. So it's just going to roll in a clockwise fashion. Now, initially, you're not going to get much of a spread. All that's going to happen is you're just going to spread the cards and not get a wide of a fan. Now, that's fine. That is the first step into doing it. You might just spread the cards a little bit. Your fingers might shake because they haven't developed the strength, and also because you're nervous about showing this to that girl you want to impress in school, and she's dating the jock, and you're doing magic tricks. So pick up a dumbbell maybe every once in a while. So you're going to hold the cards this way, and you're going to use your thumb to put pressure and spread those cards towards the right. So that's going to separate the cards from each other. Now your fingertips, what they're doing is that they're also aiding and pushing on the back of the spread. So it's a combined action of the thumb spreading up towards the right and the fingers spreading down and towards the left. So when you combine those two actions, with practice, you're going to see that you're going to be able to spread the cards in a wide fan. Now, of course, initially, don't get discouraged. You're not going to get it right off the bat. You might get a small spread Keep practicing and you're going to get to that position. But again, the fingertips in the back, they're spreading the cards the opposite way. So you have the opposing pressure of the thumb going in a clockwise direction, and you have the opposing pressure of the fingertips going in a counterclockwise direction. So from the back, it looks a little bit like this. You notice that the fingers accommodate for the rest of the spread, and it's an opposing force. So the thumb is pushing up and to the right. The fingertips are pushing down and to the left. So when you have that down, you're going to see that you're going to be able to spread the cards further and further. So you're going to notice that with practice, you're going to be able to show each and every subsequent card with the hand. Now this looks very pretty and is a very nice flourish to have, because imagine you could spread the cards with one hand and have the spectator pick whichever one they want, if of course you decide to show an element of skill. If you want to learn to move with the left hand, it's going to be the same thing. The only problem is that usually you're not going to see the pips unless you have one of these decks from the UK that have 4 sides, or one of these special fanning decks. However, once you combine those two actions, you have a very nice looking display you could have to show a certain amount of dexterity to the spectator. And again, you could get into this David Copperfield position where no doubt, you will impress the ladies, my friend. Get all of them inside of your house. Just make sure your parents aren't home. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But ultimately, you want to be able to spread the cards with both hands. A nice little flourishy way of getting into that is you're going to hold the cards, the right hand in biddle grip, the forefinger is going to pull down on these cards. And what's going to happen is that you're going to rotate these cards in your hand. So you notice you're pulling down. You're going to just rotate your hands so you get into the straddle grip position. One more time, pulling down, rotate so you get into straddle grip position. And from here, you could fan with both hands, and it looks kind of cool. So that would look just like this. Or if you want, you could just swing cut onto the hand. You get into straddle grip with both hands. And now you could fan, and you look like you're a magician. You look like you're a real magician. So those are just 2 different ways to get into the fan that look a little bit flourishy and show people that you are a card expert. So that is the one-handed fan. That is how to do it. Different ways on how to do a little bit of a hot display here. If you want, you could do one of these things that people think are cool. So I hope you guys got something from that, because it's definitely a very pretty flourish to add to your magic arsenal. If you guys like this sort of video, you should definitely check out the links in the description below for different ways you could support Piggy in other ways that aren't necessarily just dropping hot dollars on him. So make sure to check those out. Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to go figure out different ways to use a polar industrial styrofoam cup to hopefully hold a beverage and not have it spill.
I see you again. When 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 I see you again.